Hello. So I'm sick and losing my voice, as you can probably hear, but the show must go on. And I just thought I'd record this intro to the part 5 intro to explain why I'm so behind in uploads. There isn't really a great explanation, but basically, when I originally recorded this part 5 video audio, I was behind, but only by a day, and so I was gonna finish editing part 5 and post it on Sunday, but then that Sunday weekend that I was supposed to upload, really tragic current event news struck that was very sad and shocking and a bit emotionally confusing, but mostly it was sad and shocking, and it consumed my day. So, a day late turned into a week behind, which turned into 2 weeks behind. Fast forward to now where I'm 5 weeks behind. So, I'm going to try to remedy this by uploading a video every day this week to get back on track. It's just that editing myself is a bitch because, if I'm honest, I talk too much. Like, this video is 2 hours long, but originally it was 4 hours long, and basically everything is originally double, and then I have to edit it down to like half, which is nuts, but that's just me. I talk too much, and I really annoy myself. But anyway, just enjoy this video and the next two videos, because I won't sound sick in them like I do now. Hello, hi. I am back with part 5 of this endless part series of old pictures that I am going through from my most recent save, which is now about 4 years old. The last time I played was in 2016. Yeah, that's right. And I mean, I was joking about the endless. There's an end, but there's like 2,000 pictures, and I don't know how many we've done, but there's more than half to go. So, might as well jump right into it. The sooner we start, the sooner I get through them, and I really want to. And yeah, okay, let me start. Um, okay, so when we left off, we were on this picture with this is Miguel, father of Maya, who is sitting in that orange shirt. I mean, I don't need to, you know which is which. But so, I don't know if you're coming into this as your first video. I'll do a brief little reminder of who's who and what's what, but it helps to watch the other parts, even though they're a little bit long and boring. But, okay. So again, this is Maya Sanchez and her father, Miguel Sanchez, and when we left off, or when I left off, yeah, it was this picture, and I was explaining he was reading to her. Oh, and the thing that had just been revealed through the pictures is that her mother had died. And the last time we saw her, she was pregnant, I think. Oh, I think so. I think she was pregnant. Which is relevant because I know somewhere around here is a picture of the daughter that she bore before she passed, the second child. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, so yes, there it is. The reason it's on Maya's mind is because it had just happened, so yeah, it was very sad. So I guess Maya was talking to her father about her recently departed mother. Very sad. Okay, next picture. There she is. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, that's Marnie. She resembles her mother. She has skin tone 1 like her mother did. And, dark hair like no, black hair like Miguel does, yeah. So her dad's hair, because the mom had brown hair, if I am not mistaken. So she has her dad's hair, her mom's skin tone. And if I remember correctly, because she's older now, Marnie does look like her mom. Okay, next picture. Okay, just another picture of Miguel holding baby Marnie, well, toddler Marnie. Oh, they have a guitar. I didn't know they had an electric guitar. I don't remember that. But, you know, just a newly widowed father of two coping. He still has his wedding ring. Oh, that's interesting. Does that disappear when you're a widow? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure mom has passed by this at this point. That's so interesting. I gotta look into that. Okay, next picture. Yeah, so this is what the house is now. Mom is gone, and it's just Miguel and his two girls, and they all have M names, and I think the mom had an M name. She might not have, actually. In fact, I think her name was Casey Sanchez. But yeah, so what am I saying? So, oh well, this is just a picture of Miguel teaching Marnie to walk, and so that's Maya doing her homework, and that is a plot point I made where she just got really into the book. She was like an okay student, and then her mom died, and like sort of to distract herself, she like really hit the books. Just anything sort of to distract her mind from the fact that her mom was gone and who she was very close to. Okay, anything more I want to say about this picture? No, I don't think so. Weird background. The trees look really weird. And it looks like there either weren't other families yet, or they're just but like every sim in my neighborhood now is like surrounded with people or by neighbors, so I don't know why. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't think it looks like that anymore though. The background, what it but also they don't live in this house anymore, so but we'll get to that plot point when we get there. Okay, next picture. Which is just the same picture. Okay, next. This is, who is that? Is that Dirk? I think that's Dirk in college. Possibly, maybe. Yeah, okay, next picture. This is, I'm still not certain. This is it's still unclear who that is. It's a very blurry picture. Maybe the next. Nope, I mean, I know it's a university campus, and I'm gonna guess Sim State by the Furniture's Menace. And I remember Dirk was at Sim State, but I don't see his because I know I didn't really send him. Maybe at first, maybe at the beginning, I sent him to his own dorm. Because there is something else I do where any sim with a parent, I love to see the parent sending the sim off cutscene. So I always move every sim into a separate dorm. So I guess yeah, I've been doing that since the beginning anyway. But I would immediately, at least with the first batch, I immediately move them out of that dorm and then just move them into the shared dorm to consolidate. So you can play them all at once and it's faster. But anyway, so I'm again thinking that's Dirk. I think maybe in the beginning I had him living on his own, and then maybe later is when I added like David Audemus and the rest to his dorm. And he's actually older than them, so they actually weren't all in the same year. They were just like the first batch I was playing. I had like, oh, that makes sense, because Dirk is like the oldest. So I think I had him start first, and then when he finished his freshman year, then I added the other Sims to his dorm, like after I'd had them do their cutscene of the parent goodbye, because I just love that cutscene.
But yeah, I think that's what I did. And that's why this is Dirk on his own at first, and then later the other Sims come in. I feel like the dorm they ended up living in was bigger than this though, so I might have moved him to a different dorm, which happens IRL. You know, you move dorms between years. Anyway, okay, next. Okay, so what am I looking at here? This is Angela. This is the Pleasant home. But that appears to be what I had her wear for college, university. Oh, and Daniel's old in this. And I can't tell if this, I don't know. Because the girls move back home, because that's how I play to be realistic. You know, when you graduate college, you don't immediately, usually, some people do, but usually you don't immediately move out of your childhood home. You live there for a bit and then you move out. But I don't know if this is out of order or what's going on. But let's go to the next. Yeah, I think they are out of order. I don't know. But these are their college looks. Like, that's Angela. Oh, wait. No, they're teenagers still, I think. I can't tell anymore. I don't remember. They might be teenagers still here. They look kind of short. Um, so this might be them still as teenagers, and I just had given Angela a makeover, which I forgot about, and put her in, because that is also her college look, though. But I don't think that's Lilith's college look. I put her in different clothes for university, so I think this just must be them still in high school, not college yet. Because I know Dirk definitely, he's older than them by 1 or 2 years, I don't remember. But, and also the thing I was going to say about Daniel is he's old here, but after recalculating what their ages should be, he's like, the last time I played him, he was young. So I aged him back down and then aged him up to be still an adult instead of an elder, but an older adult, because I realized the ages were off. Um, so yeah, I had to change that. But again, I think they're teenagers. They look like teenage height, and I guess I just forgot that I had actually changed Angela's look earlier than university. And you can see that there is the outdoor garbage can is in their home because of my stupid romance sims. They always were making enemies, and from this was like a pro tip type of thing. I thought of after, or not after, but earlier, in an earlier version, an earlier playthrough from years ago, where the craziest possible outcome happened, where I think someone kicked Don's trash can over, and then he got sick because roaches came, and then he died from getting sick because I wasn't really on top of like letting him rest and stuff. I think it was Dawn. It might not have been. It might have been like, it might have been Kaylin actually, because like I remember in one old playthrough I like had her immediately move into with someone and then just moved her out on her own, so she had her own place. And I think in her own place she died from getting sick. And I'm like, okay, this can't happen ever again. So, and it's super annoying when stupid Sims come by to kick over your trash can, regardless of the reason. And so I decided from like that point on, I have to hide these inside the houses, and it's more convenient than having them walk all the way out. It's not like there's an animation where someone picks up the garbage, so it doesn't matter. So the big ultimate garbage, ultimate garbage, but the big like final garbage with apparently an endless chute connected to a landfill underneath. That is now in most of my Sims homes, and yeah, I prefer it like that. Or it's on their property. It might not be inside the actual house, because I don't think this is how it looks anymore. The Pleasant Kitchen. But anyway, next pic. Oh, okay. Well, just a closer version of everything of the same picture, and everything I just said still applies. And you can see a bit better that Angela's making a salad, and Lilith is probably making spaghetti, and it's just so them, fits their personalities. Uh, yeah, opposites, and I can see better. They're teenagers. They're not adults here. So this was before college. And again, I just forgot that I had given Angela her makeover before college, because I strongly associated that outfit with her college years, but no, she had it before then. And I love it on her. I love their outfits, and I love my decision for their outfits more than what EA gave them, and haircuts. Because like, it's like, it feels so right that that Lilith would change her hair in this drastic way and not be sporting her red uh neat do like Angela's, right? So it's so like dumb, but I just love looking at the old pictures of Lilith. My old pictures with her makeover. It's like it fits her so well. Okay, next picture. Okay, just more of the same. I love to take pictures of the same thing, apparently. Okay, different angle. There's our Lilith, looking badass and punk rock, and I love her mohawk and her dyed hair. Really suits her. Okay. Oh, and then okay, that was deliberate. I just had to get it from both of their viewpoints, and they were still arguing, but I would not let them just straight up fight after a point, because it was so annoying, one thing, and then, I get that, like, I do let some EA stuff take over, but some of it is just, like, bad programming of The Sims. It's like, I just don't tolerate some stuff, like the fighting, the physical, unless that's like necessary for the storyline, which it's never been. I mean, I certainly let them get in a few fights, but I did imagine their storyline working more where they just more like ignored each other, and there was a lot of eye rolling at the other one, not so much physically getting into it, which is more realistic. Teenage girls, they do fight, not to like ever be sexist, but really they're not physically fighting as much as they are like when they don't like each other, when they're not getting along. More often the way girls behave is to like ignore each other, to throw slights, not physical dirt piles of aggression. And even like I could easily have characters who are female who are like that, but Angela and Lilith didn't feel like when they got to be older teens they would still be like physically fighting like that. So I did like cut those off, and that helped their relationship grow a little bit slowly. Like but I remember they still like really hated each other before they left to college. But the way I like imagined it, is like they were again slowly like not yet, but like they were destined to like slowly realize the other one had a valid perspective, even though it was very different from herself. I hope that sentence made sense. So like Angela could appreciate eventually, not yet, everything Lilith is, and Lilith could eventually appreciate everything Angela is. And Angela's like nice, and I did make Lilith a bit nicer than she initially was, um, and that was the at least I imagine that was the uh, Dirk effect. Dirk is a very sweet kid, sweet guy, and he rubbed off on her and made her a bit warmer, kinder, and not just purely a fuck the man. Ooh, sorry for swearing if that offends you, but not purely an F the man kind of mindset. Yeah. So, okay, next. There they are. That's Lilith. I love her look. And Lucy inspired by Lilith. She's a bit of a goth herself, also dyed her hair, and I just love what dyed hair looks like on them. And these are EA haircuts, and it works, it fits. And Lilith's got a zit, and it's fine. She doesn't care. Okay. And there's the other angle, and that of a view of Lucy. She again, like, because she went to private school because her mom insisted that's what she needed to get a leg up. John was a bit reluctant, but he was like, okay, because they're blue collar family, really solidly middle class. In fact, a little bit lower, like a bit low middle class, but wealthy enough to put together their funds. Because again, private school costs money, so they sent her there. But then they found it wasn't as worth it as they thought, especially because Lucy just ended up going to Academy Latour, or no, not Academy Latour, because Academy Latour is the Harvard. La Fiesta Tech. She just ended up going to La Fiesta Tech with her best friends, which is kind of a spoiler, but whatever. Yeah. So, so I was saying, so the wearing outfits like this out of school, she had a bunch of them, and it was just her way of expressing herself. And part of the reason she went to La Fiesta Tech wasn't just because of her friends, but because it is also an art school, with it's like a party school, but it's also an art school. But also Academy Latour has a great art program that she could have, gone to. It's like the Juilliard. It's all of the most prestigious. Like, Academy Latour is Juilliard and Harvard rolled into one, while Academy Latour, or I keep doing that, while La Fiesta Tech is like, is Penn State considered a really, like, a serious party school? I think it is, but I don't really remember. I can't, there was some school that's like #1 party school, and I feel like it's Penn, but I don't remember. But so it's like Penn State potentially, and like Titch rolled into one. Titch, which is an art school, and it's also very prestigious. Okay, but yeah. Okay, so that's just Lucy with her eyes open, and the mail lady. And I should incorporate her. I do want to incorporate the NPCs like this, because I mean, they don't really interact with anyone, so it's not a big deal. That no one's gonna have this forever young acquaintance, because no one really interacts with them. But it'd be nice if a few of the NPCs joined the hood, other than Kaylin. But yeah, you can better see Lucy. She really is very pretty, very conventionally pretty, and yeah, I love their looks. And this is just, I guess they're talking, discussing, who knows, you can't see the thought bubble, but, or the speech bubble, but, bubble butt. But, what was I gonna say? That, oh, I forgot. Yeah, next pick. Okay, they're just laughing together. Lucy's probably laughing at a Lilith joke. I just realized the L and L thing. See, that's why they're so linked. Yeah. But she does also have a decent relationship with Angela. But, Lilith was her, like, goals, for the type of human she wanted to be. Um, yeah. Okay, next. Just more of them talking about who knows what. And this is more of that. They're just chatting. And yet another angle of them just chatting, and the maid is here. Love their styles. Can't say it enough. Okay, so now we're in college. There, okay, because now I can very clearly see, because I remember, I'm pretty sure this is the outfit Angela grew up into, and it was really this kind of boring thing that I've kind of felt like in a way suited her. At first I thought that, but then I'm like, no, Angela is like sparkles. It's like she's like Rachel Berry. That's what I decided when she went to college. She's like Rachel Berry from Glee, and even though she is more serious and hardworking, and I should say she's more on the serious side and hardworking, she's not like boring clothes serious. She still likes her sparkle, her pinks, her pretty uh, aesthetics, and this wasn't quite that. So eventually, not yet though, but eventually I had her change out of this. So yeah. And this was like her first crush, the person she's talking to. It was really quite a story that, like, I love when the stories, like, write themselves. So this guy she connected with, and I thought, oh, that would be so cute if they have, like, a redheaded kid. And maybe this will be her guy. Because she was, like, more practical, like, Dustin wasn't, oh no, Dustin was going to college, but, of course, she went to Academy Latour, the Harvard, and Dustin, by the skin of his teeth, just got in to what is it called, to La Fiesta Tech, because Angela kept pushing him during their senior year um, of high school, but they're across like the country from each other, and she's like already got it in her head, the back of her mind, like she loves Dustin, but they're all the way, there's like, college is a whole new world of people, so like how serious can she really be about a relationship with her high school boyfriend when she's so far away from him. And so she meets this guy who she's talking to here, and they really hit it off at first, but then because, basically what happens, I guess I can spoil it to the end, but like what happened, like really what happened is the cheerleader sim who would come in periodically to be annoying and cheer randomly, um, I saw that uh, this kid, I forget his name, this other redhead kid, he had 3 bolts with her, and they were like instantly like chatting and liking each other and stuff without ACR, and I'm like, oh, so my plans, aka Angela's plans, are like thwarted, because there goes her crush. He's flirting happily, and this was something she didn't even observe till like junior or senior year. Um, and so like after 2 years of like never making a move and like hoping he liked her too, turns out there was someone else he liked more. Um, and I like went into this thinking, oh, that'll be her like end game guy. Um, but yeah, no. And yeah, that was just from the EA chemistry stuff, because they had two bulbs, but three, like, I almost always like put the threes together. If you've got three, that's like fate. Um, so yeah, there was just no reason to like force him. I think his name was Anthony. There was no reason to force Anthony to be with uh Lil or to be with Angela when they hadn't even like established a romantic relationship. And here was this other student he liked more. So they, but this is a picture um, that's that's depicting them in the beginning of their relationship, the beginning of their friendship, like when they had just met. And this was before Angela went off to join the sorority, and this kid goes off to join the fraternity too. And this also was, I explained this before, but basically Academy Latour didn't have a fraternity or sorority, so I had to make their Greek houses from scratch. And again, I used the Federal Fortress as the like base for both of their Greek houses, and it was really cool. It was a lot of work, but it was really fun to, I guess not to make it so much as to play them. It was so fun to play them. Those were like my favorite university playing moments was in the frat and sorority for Academy Latour, and even like creating the sorority and fraternity founders and playing them and like starting all that. That was fun. Um, there was something I was gonna say. Oh, that the sorority and fraternities they're super decked out at Academy Latour. So okay, let's move on. Oh, so we are out of uni, um, and we are with Don and his baby. One of them. Um, I couldn't tell you which. I think. Oh yes, they're in the new house though. This is clearly not Don's bachelor pad. But anyway, so yeah, this is Don with, I'm guessing, one of his daughters, um, in him and Kaylin's new home. Oh, and this is a close up of Don, and yep, he's married. That's what that ring symbolizes. And that baby has his green eyes, but I think Kaylin also has green eyes. I don't remember, but yeah, cute features. And then another one. Oh, you can see Kaylin in the background, pregnant Kaylin in the background, teaching their, I don't know, daughter, son, how to walk. They have a lot of kids. Yep, then she's not pregnant, so she had the baby. I don't know what gender, and I don't know the name or anything. But, well, two toddlers at once. I don't think those are twins, though. I just know, at some point I started playing, like, when I realized how old everyone was, what my aging system would be, I've had Sims have babies in a more realistic way, where the kids are like 1 and 2, not one, but that's not as realistic, but like 2 and 3 and 4 years apart. That seems to be the age range difference in real life. The average age difference between siblings of your next sibling is usually like 2 to like 4 years. It's not never, but it's usually not like 15 and 5 and 10 and like it would be if I just kind of played it the way EA sort of wants you to. Because so when a sim is pregnant for me in my game, I just turn aging off. And so cuz it's like otherwise it's like the sim is pregnant for 3 years, which is insane. and like so everyone's aging 3 years, and then the baby is born. So it's harder because you have a toddler for like 6 days in my games. Because if mom is pregnant while a kid is a toddler, but it is what it is. Because I'm not gonna be doing 3-year pregnancies, and aging has to be somewhat consistent. So that's what I do to make that work. But yeah, these two could use a bigger house even. They have there's a lot of stuff in their house. Kids, it feels like a proper child-filled house with all the bits and bobs all over the place. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, and more of the same. Just Kaylin looking up now, and yep, these two are married, if that wasn't obvious. And again, I know Nina to most is Dawn's endgame partner, but I never got that vibe, especially with what I did with Nina, which that I think was my favorite storyline ever that I played. And Nina was just so much more than what Dawn had to offer. Because Dawn eventually, I left it in his past, his personality. He was a womanizer, but he also eventually did want to settle down, and he wanted a traditional woman. And that's not necessarily bad, but it wasn't what Nina was willing to do or be. So they had a fling, sure, but that, Dawn wasn't her soulmate. But to a lot of people, Dawn is her soulmate, which is really fascinating to watch. It's so fascinating to see everyone's interpretation of the characters, and I think they're all valid. But yeah, for me, Kaylin felt like more of his closer to his soulmate than Nina. But I don't even think Kaylin is it. But she's the best for the life he wants to live, and he's the best for the life she wants to live. And he's not such a big fat cheater anymore, so that helps. Okay. Okay, Dawn is gone, and that rhymed. And Kaylin is looking stressed out, and yeah, I guess also just connected to what I was just saying. Dawn felt like an Italian guy with old world sensibilities, the good ones and the bad ones. The womanizing stuff is part of it. That is a thing for Italian guys. Although that's a thing for a lot of guys of a lot of different cultures, though. But it's Don is Don, and he's vaguely Italian. So I got that vibe from him that he was like this is the life he wants. He's the kind of guy who he is a family guy, as so many of those old world old school guys are, but also he's a family guy who wants to who chases anything that's warm and female, that kind of guy. Although again, that he's mostly out of that phase, but he's not altogether out. But I won't say anymore. But yeah, that's Caitlin looking stressed. I snapped a pic in the middle of a freak out. Okay, next pic. Oh, well, this is a close-up of it. Yeah. The close-ups are so much better to view because, things are pretty blurry from far away. But yeah, the Sim 2 reactions are the goats, for sure. Undisputed. And then this is, what's his face? This is Bo Broke. And I believe I learned early when I was considering getting him a different haircut, that his hair is like unique. He's the only sim in this world who can have this hair. So, a little random thing EA did, probably unintentionally. They do that a lot. But yeah, no one else can have this hair, I believe. I think it's the kid version of Bo. But okay, enough about that. Okay, so there's Bo from a different angle, and it does look like he was just looking in the mirror, but I don't believe this was when I realized I can't change his hair without losing it forever. Okay, now we're at the Reynolds, aka the Reynolds, and their names are actually kind of messed up because I was inspired by It's Always Sunny names, just in the names, and like the dad is called Dennis and the mother is called Dee or Deandra, which is the messed up thing is just that those characters are siblings in the show. So, but she's the only woman, so that's not my fault. Although I guess I could have called her Artemis, which is actually kind of a pretty name, but I didn't, so. I don't remember their daughter's name, and I don't remember their dog's name. And I guess that's what I wanted to say. Okay, next. Oh, that's cute. Is that Ricky? That might be baby Ricky, aka Lucy's little brother, having his diaper changed, or it could be the third child they had, which was Chelsea, and maybe that's her getting her diaper changed on her brother's old hand-me-down changing table. Maybe, I don't know, I don't remember. Okay, Jennifer looking at her son or daughter, and yeah, after she's changed them. Okay, yep, these are the Burbs. That part I knew. And this is their home, and those are the wine racks, and yeah, okay. There's Lucy in all of her private school uniform glory, and that is her little brother, I'm pretty sure she's picking up. So, like, look at that implied age gap. Lucy is all the way up there at, like, 15, 16, and she has a whole, that's the second born kid, I'm pretty sure. So her younger brother, just second born, is a toddler while she's a teen. Although again, that might be the third born. That might be Chelsea, but I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure Chelsea has brown hair. I think. I don't remember. But next. Oh, just another picture of the same thing, and it's more like, it's like a nicer picture. It's closer up. Okay, now we're back with the Reynolds, and that is Deandra, teaching her daughter to use the potty. And this picture looking very bored about it. Okay, and then this is what's his face, Dennis playing with their dog, and the baby playing with her dog. I love that interaction. It's so cute. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is Michael Dallas with Kalea's younger sibling. Oh, I see what's going on. So Michael Dallas, that's her BFF, and Lucy is her other BFF, and Michael, and they have another one, Kelly, but she's like a neighborhood friend, and Kelly was even, and you haven't seen her yet, but it's Kelly Salamanca's, and she is friends with Lucy because they live in the same neighborhood and they both attend private school. That's why. And they like each other. She's like, Kelly is like a bit of an artist too, and Lucy has that aura of attracting people. And I see here now that the twins are grown up. Well, not grown, but like they're teenagers. Um, and the last time we saw them in a picture, they were kids. So they've grown here. And this is the family that I tried the crazy teen pregnancy experiment with. It was quite crazy. But it seemed to work. I think it worked. No terrible glitching yet. Well, I shouldn't yet. As of 2016. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna go back in there. I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna play, and hopefully I do. And we'll see if that actually caused any problems. But as of now, one of these blonde girls here, because Kalea's still got her hair dyed black, one of them grows into a teen mom. One of them, I shouldn't say grows into, one of them, well, technically, but no, one of them becomes a teen mom. And yeah, and it's not Nellie. It's Jasmine. I'll just say Jasmine does. Jasmine is the one sitting on the couch. Nellie is the one painting at the easel, named after Nellie Mackay. And Jasmine is more of a, for lack of a better term, girly girl. Nellie is more of a bookworm. And I hate to say it because you can be a girly girl and a bookworm. Like, those aren't opposites, but I don't know how else to describe that kind of trait when it's your, like, dominant trait, the girly girl thing. I don't know another word for that. But anyway, next. Oh, this is just a picture of the entryway of, I want to say this is the Wynn house in their entryway. I love building entryways. So many of the houses I've built have entryways. Okay, this is Jeff, or one of the Wynn brothers, playing his video game. I guess I'm thinking back. I think that entryway shot was just supposed to be cool to me. But yeah, and I think I love the background. I love the scene from the window when it looks like a real neighborhood. Well, Jeff still looks like a child, so this might be Eric? Eric is a twin, though. Eric and Adam? No. Eric and, I don't remember. But, so, as you can see, Jeff Wynn is being taught to dance. Well, not taught, but, like, he's dancing with his dad. And Marie Wynn is snuggling their baby. Very, very cute. And then one of the other ones is just in the background watching. Okay, this is when all the boys were a bit older. The twins are older. And Jeff, their older brother, see, I've got them age match. Not like they're the same age, but like they're like 2 or 3 years apart. And this is how you look in The Sims 2 when your Sims are 3 and 2 years apart from each other. Basically, they look like they're the same age, because they inevitably will be. And they will be, that is, in the same life stage, because there aren't very many in this game. I wish there were more. Okay, and then the pizza person, the pizza man, or woman? Pizza, well, I think that's a man. Why is he, oh no, that's not a pizza person. I mean, they are, I guess. That's one of the parents, and I'm controlling them. And I guess they're like a pizza delivery person. That's why they're dressed like that. Because they basically are that. Um, and now we are on the picture of Marie with baby. I don't know which baby this is. But, and also, now that I'm closer, I can see her husband, who I forgot his name. But he's not a pizza guy. He's a fast food person. I guess like hot dog slinger, because it looks like that's a hot dog on his apron. And I guess from a distance, it kind of looks like the pizza delivery gear, or uniform, but it's not. It's really not. And I'm thinking about it, like the pizza delivery people wear like a jacket that's red, and I think they have a red hat. I don't quite remember, but yeah. So I got that wrong. Um, and I see little. I don't know which kid this is, but he's complaining, and I'm not sure which baby this is either, who's about to age up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I see their garage in the background. This family is in one of the townhomes that I revamped. It actually came with the game, but I like redid all the townhomes and then repackaged them, and they're so great. And I made them like kind of like real townhomes, because townhomes as I know them are like connected. And so I just made like these little rows of townhomes in Pleasant View. And it looks really cool, and they look attached, but they're not. Anyway, what else do I notice about the picture? There's cheesecake on the counter, but she didn't have twins naturally at any point. Although she wasn't pregnant when she ate that cheesecake, so it was just what do you call it? Pleasure cheesecake. It wasn't for any purpose. Yeah, but so one of their kids is about to age up, and I don't remember which kid this is. That sounded very tuneful, like a bit sing-songy, unintentionally. But yeah, but I guess I can go to the next picture. Everyone is complaining in the back. I guess this was probably an age up that was taking a bit of time, maybe. Yeah, okay, let's go to the next. Oh, same scene basically, but dad is a little bit more calm. The boy wants to go to bed, clearly. But the baby still hasn't aged up. I was probably just waiting and waiting for that. Sometimes it takes a really long time. But let's see. Oh, and now everyone has left. And the baby is squalling. The baby is squirming and crying and not aging up on time. This is what happens. I see the faintest little hint of green around the baby's, cause Marie's skirt is also green, so you can't quite tell, but I can see a little bit of green over her hand. So I think the baby's diaper needs changing. Oh, I'm noticing, you see, I get so bored with the colors. I'm so annoyed that EA presented such limited options for baby content colors, like the high chairs and the cribs and the changing tables. I wish. Oh, it's just like when you think of Sims 3 and how amazing you can make it, the create a tool, or what is it called, the style tool, what, it has a name, the create a style. It's so great. It's so great, and it's like Sims 2 is superior in most ways, but the limited options for coloring are so annoying after you've played Sims 3. Yeah, so to mix it up, I got the cow one, the like red, which is such an absurd color scheme. Like, couldn't they have just made it normal, red and white, red and black? Why red and cow? Like, And then that's really the closest to normal looking other thing, because then they've got I can't believe they had military. I guess that when they made the Grunt family, they that inspired them to make like baby stuff in military fatigue colors, which is absurd. But that's what they did, and that's like one of the options, but it never feels like a realistic option unless you're playing like the Grunts 2.0 and you want to make like some General Buzz clone with babies who he's like forcing his will onto to be like military kids or whatever. But I like who else? I think I used that for another family though. That I kind of made like old fashioned just again to change it up because it's so dull to only have blue for the boys. I mean, you could always do the pinks and the yellow, but I'm brainwashed, okay? I admit it. I know it sucks, but it's really hard for me to like put a boy in pink or even yellow, and it shouldn't be, but it is. Okay, when you're raised in a culture where there are boy colors and girl colors, and it's not good. I know it's not good to think that way, but it's hard to unshake that because I think I've tried to like be okay just in those moments, like in another moment of wanting to shake it up and be a little different because it's so boring to for the boys real realistically can only like be in the blue stuff, and there's just that means there's just one option because like at least with the girls there's pink and yellow. But so to shake it up I wanted to give a boy a pink crib, and I just it's strong. Okay, the cultural brainwashing is strong because I it was so hard. I think that might not have been in this playthrough, but at some point in my Sims playing I remember doing that, giving a boy a pink crib and like deciding, well, colors don't have a gender. And I don't like that's true. Like I know that's factually true, and I know that's a good way to be, and I don't mean to like mock myself, but it was hard, and I don't think I was strong enough to like keep it that way. I don't quite remember how that resolved, but I don't know. It's again, I know it's not great. You should be able to like not see gender and color, but when you're raised with it from childhood, literally we're all raised with it from babyhood, where like, girls get the pink blanket, boys get the blue. So it's hard by the time you're a gosh darn adult to like not think in boy blue, girl pink brain. But I didn't mean to go on a rant about that. But that's just all connected to how annoying the lack of styles there are for a lot of things, but especially for boy, uh, baby, and toddler stuff. But I know I could remedy that pretty easily by downloading custom content. But I am scared too. Okay, let me be scared. I'm scared it will corrupt my game because, like, I remember reading through so many threads where some crazy stuff will be happening in someone's game, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I deleted the pink shirt I downloaded a few days ago, and it stopped like raining in the house." It's like, what? Like a little custom outfit can like mess up your game that badly? So I'm scared, and I want to like, although I do, again, I've said this before, I've done a bunch of other things that aren't really vanilla, but they're not, but they're like within the game things, within the game like parameters, like the rules in the game. Like I use bullprop for some things sometimes, but and that's pretty bad. But it's not like introducing a foreign element like a custom piece of something into the game. But I might get over that at some point and start downloading some stuff. Cause that blue chair, the blue white chair, is so like it's becoming triggering to see it. It's like it's the only thing for boys if you're playing conventional colors with your sim babies, conventional gender colors. Um, but anyway, moving on to the next. Okay, we never got the resolution for Maria. I don't know what that baby aged into. I probably was just like, okay, fine, and I just like stopped taking pictures. But now we're at the Autumnus, the Autumnas, and I like that background. I like all the different houses, but man, I said this in an earlier one, an earlier part, how I just the Autumnus give me the heebie-jeebies. Because once I played them and I didn't know about this, how like the twins that what's her face is pregnant with, I think Charla. No, that's the daughter, isn't it? Whatever. The mom is pregnant with twins when you start the game, when you start this family, and they're like corrupted, and you have to download the patch. And I hadn't done that in one of the times I played, and they had the most messed up faces, and it totally freaked me out. So I just like feel weird playing them, because then on top of that, even when things are fine, when you get the patch or whatever, they're just a funny looking family who produce some funny looking kids who I don't really want to have be procreating in my hood. So yeah, but I played them and I had fun with them, and this is the twins, and I guess they were girls because conventional colors, and one's in a pink thingy and one's in a yellow thingy crib, and both of the parents are being attentive, which is great. Uh, so as much as they skeeve me out, I had fun with them. And now, oh, phone. And now we are at Maya. So I guess Maya was friends with Charla. I believe that's Charla Autumnus. So we're still with the Autumnuses. Yeah, she's the one with the plumb bob. Um, and that's Maya, Maya Sanchez, and they were friends. I don't remember if they stayed friends in teenagehood. And yeah, last I played, she's still a teenager, Maya. Um, yeah, I don't know, I don't remember. But this is their messy house. I do like the messy, family-filled houses with the like junky, eclectic furniture that doesn't match. I love that look. I think this is an expanded trailer home, because there were a few families where I did that too. The poor families, where there were two other poor families where I started them out in a trailer home, and they were like family sims, and then I just would add additions onto their trailer home, and I didn't really make sense of that in any clear way, because these trailer homes are supposed to be government homes, and like honestly, my rules didn't come in until a little bit later with this last playthrough. I like played just to in kind of a, I guess, sandboxy way, just doing what I felt I wanted to, and then I started implementing rules a bit later, and so I wouldn't have allowed them to expand. But I think for at least for one of them, I like remember writing a note that they own their trailer home. So maybe I'll just do that for any family who like added additions onto their trailer home. They own it, and that's how they're able to do that. But like I remember I also made like Dustin Broke and the Broke family home. I made that a government home that you can't add stuff onto. And yeah, so anyway, so this is Maya and Charla, and they were at one point friends, and that's sweet. Okay, next. Oh, so this is great. This is an overview of an overhead view of their home, and you can see exactly what I was talking about, where you see they have two bathrooms, and they have not two, but they have I think that's an expanded kitchen. That kitchen looks bigger than how it starts out. Then they have like the bigger, I wanted to say the embiggened, the enlarged, or they have rooms that have been expanded. You can see. I wish I had like the original layout for comparison, but everything looks a bit bigger. So yeah, as I was explaining, for these, because these families are pretty big, but they're also pretty poor, and it feels right for like real life. Like that's how it is. Like a bunch of people all sort of cramped together, not necessarily able to add, additions to their house, but it does, there are additions, but it is still cramped and it looks very lived in. And I thought that furniture, the like table set was like really folky and maybe something they got for sale at like a flea market or something. Although flea markets are like everything's already for sale, but yeah. Um, but yeah, that's like the vibe I got with that particular table and chair set. Excuse me. Um, yeah, and again, for all the weirdness when playing this family, I remember having fun with them. So, okay, next. Oh, okay, just close up. Okay, so I think the grandma's there, and I guess she was still alive. I don't remember if she's dead or not, actually. But she was alive in this picture. Oh, someone's having a birthday, because David Audimus is like, I think he's having a delayed reaction, honestly. Oh yeah, I see the twins aged up. And yeah, he's having a delayed reaction because he shouldn't still be doing that after the the kids have aged up and are crawling away and the cake has been cut. But whatever. Okay, finally we're out of there and now we are in the uh okay, so my phone just rang. But yeah, back to the picture. So these are the twins at college. As I said in an older part, I aged Jody. Oh, those are their names. Jody and Jason. I aged them down because I didn't know what to do with them. So I was tired of, because of my rules, I only allow Sims with no degrees to have certain jobs, and so I didn't want to give them like one of the jobs. I imagine Jody being for some reason a doctor, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go and put them in college. So I aged them down to teens and I put them in college. Yeah, and I guess at some point they moved out of the dorms and lived together. I didn't remember doing this, to be honest, but I guess I did. So this is them in their little apartment. Maybe I did this to test something out. Okay, but next picture. Okay, see, so they're back in the dorms. I don't, I don't know what that was. I don't know. I don't remember. And there's a bed. I went around putting beds in certain places. Now I don't remember where I've done that. But because I realized like Sims can't really hook up because while they're in college because there are no double beds. So I went and for like every campus, for all of them, I added like beds in certain community lots, and I think for even for like most of the dorms or for certain dorm type houses, I added a bed. I mean, not this inconspicuous, or is it conspicuous? Not this obvious. I don't know why the bed is in the middle of the main the walkway. I don't think I did that as a norm for any place or any dorm, but apparently I did that here. And I'm noticing that Jason is in his like mature clothes, cause like I had him be kind of a wild child for like his freshman through like junior year of college, and then he like got a little bit more mature, and he when he was older, I put him in this, and I thought it fit his personality and was like more mature. Cause his clothes before they were like raver clothes. Um, I don't remember if that's what he naturally aged into, and then I just went with it, or if I put him in that. I can't remember, but he was in like these raver clothes before, and then I I I made him a party kid who was kissing every boy who would have him. Uh, but he was bisexual, and Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Jason is bi. Although the game doesn't let you do that. The game, from my experience, it wouldn't let me make him bi. I had to do all this work to like get him to be attracted to women. Um, Even though in my head he was always bi, but the game is annoying. It won't let you have your cake and eat it too, even though like what are you gonna do with your cake? That's just such a weird saying. Okay, I'm so off topic, but okay, next picture. Whoa. Super duper blurry. I don't know why this looks like this. I don't know. This must be like I have no idea. I vaguely can make out a telescope and I know we're still in the dorms, but I don't know why it looks like this. So, moving right along. Oh, good. Here it is, a much better picture, or version of that picture. Oh, okay, so now we're still in college, but now we're at whatever dorm Angela was living in. So, and these are finally, this is, okay, so I think the last time there was an Angela in college picture, she was in her, like, mature clothes, and I explained, like, that's what she aged up into, and at first that felt right, because she is more serious, but then I'm like, no, she is more serious, but she's, like, Rachel Berry serious. She's, like, very much into colors, and especially stereotypical girly colors. Girly, I hate that word, but stereotypical colors for girls. So she's very much into color, so even though she's more serious, she wouldn't be as drab as what she aged into. But yeah, so this is her in her dorm, I guess. This was still before she had joined the sorority for Academy Latour. So basically, Angela got into and went to Harvard, and maybe we'll see it at some point in this section of pictures. But Lilith goes to the art school slash party school that is La Fiesta Tech. But I don't know what interaction this is. It almost looks like she's bowing or she's laughing at a joke that this person told. I don't know. But next picture. Oh. Oh. Huh. Okay. I'm a little confused. I don't think. No. They didn't live together. But that was not. Was that Lilith? I don't think that was Lilith she was talking to. Because Angela and Lilith went to different colleges. I don't recall them ever having an interaction in college. One might have visited the other, though. And Angela was still representing her, like, punk goth aesthetic in college. Or Lilith was. Did I say Angela? I don't remember. But Lilith, yeah, she was repping. She was still dressing like this. But no, you can see even on her door what her clothes were. So I don't know who that was in the other picture. But they have they have Lilith's haircut. That might just be a coincidence, you know. There's only like 20. No, there's more than that. But there's not that many haircuts. So maybe that was just some other sim with that haircut. And maybe that was, I don't know, maybe that was Angela and Lilith interacting. I have no idea now. But anyway, this is Lilith in her dorm. And she never joined a sorority, even though she wanted to because she was a popularity sim. But like, some stuff you gotta, like, ignore because that's not how I'm playing her. Like, there are some, like, things that all of the, you know, if you're a certain type of sim, you're gonna have those kind of wants, but Lilith is not a joiner in my game. So she would not have wanted to join the sorority. Or you could interpret it as, like, some part of her wants to, because, like, there's always that, even in the Shy Girls or the leaders, the non-followers, the rebels. They can still have, like, secret, like, wants to, like, be joiners, but they'd never act on them. You know, the mind is, in real life, the mind is very complex. So you know, sometimes even though you're like this rebel and you're your own leader, you can want briefly, momentarily to like just like be a sorority girl for a minute, even though you never actually would. But anyway, so this is Lilith eating spaghetti in her college clothes. I love the university well, a lot of the university outfits, but especially the PJs, and I hate that when you leave, you don't get them anymore. They're just specific to the university campus, and it's funny because I know you can probably download nice PJs and different types of PJs for to wear in your main hood, but as I just explained, yeah. So, okay, next picture. Okay, just more of Lilith eating her spaghetti. It's funny, she like ate all the meatballs. It's funny how EA imagined is the normal way to eat spaghetti is to eat all the meatballs first. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so this is probably Lilith just chilling in the hot tub, and this is again, no, this would be Angela, probably, because Lilith's hair wouldn't do this. But this demonstrates maybe they did live together, because what is she doing here? Like, I mean, because the pictures seem to be going back and forth between Lilith and Angela, so maybe for a minute, did they live together, or maybe they were just, one was visiting? I don't remember. But anyway, Angela, or that she's demonstrating here, assuming this is even Angela, how I would regularly and like I for all my Sims basically I would pair their hairstyles per outfit, and I would really take advantage of that ability. I love that we can do that, and I'm surprised when watching people play Sims how few people do that. Like almost no one really. But yeah, so I don't know. This might be one of the pleasant girls in the hot tub. It might not be. It might just be a redhead in the hot tub. Looks like Angela or Lilith, but I actually don't know. Let's see the next picture. Just same picture, different angle. Let's see the next one. Okay, no answers. Okay, well, now we're at the Greek house that I made for, I'm thinking this is the sorority. That was really fun, like making the Greek houses for Academy Latour, because again, as I've explained, they didn't have any, and so I had to make one, a frat and a sorority for them, and I made fraternity and sorority founders, and it was really fun to play them, really fun to recruit people, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking this is the sorority, and I forgot what it's called, but those Greek letters actually mean something on the front, but I can't remember. They actually do represent the name though. Yeah, maybe this is a sorority, or maybe this is the fraternity. Oh, I'm getting a call. I will be back. Okay, so I'm back again, and I'm actually just noticing that this might not be a picture of the Greek house that I built, but it is like a similar foundation like as the Federal Fortress house that the game comes with, and is what I modeled my Greek houses after. Cuz this I think one of the Greek houses that was already in the game from like Sim State possibly already looked like this, and so it's I guess a mixture of inspiration for the Academy Latour Greek houses I built, where it's based on the Federal Fortress. They're both based on the Federal Fortress house that comes with the game, but also they're also based on this Greek house, which already existed in the game. And I want to say Sim State, but yeah, because there's grass. Duh, that's how you know these things. Because the anything at La Fiesta Tech is like barren desert land, and that's the tell. So I guess this is Sim State's fraternity, I think, I actually really don't remember, but this is also like how my Academy Latour Greek houses basically look, but I zhuzhed them up quite a bit. Like, a lot. If this is where I started, if this is the Greek house I built off of, I really made a lot of improvements. But anyway, let's see the next picture. Maybe it will tell us more. Nope, not at all. Oh, but this is my, not legacy founder, but my sorority founder for Academy Latour. Again, I don't remember the sorority name, but this is her. This is Jenna Chancellor, and I think I gave her the name Chancellor because, no, not, I'm food drunk. I gave the sorority founder and the fraternity founder the same last name because I had the idea that they would eventually get married from the start, because like what else do you do with them? So this is Jenna, and she founded the Academy Latour sorority, and I'm guessing the next picture will be Brad. Did I say the right name for him earlier? I feel like I didn't say Brad Chancellor. Maybe I did, whatever. But his name is Brad. And next, yep, there he is. That's Brad Chancellor. And he looks weirdly shorter. Like the camera's at a slightly different angle than hers was, and he's like lower, but whatever. So this is Brad Chancellor, the fraternity founder of For Academy Latour. And yeah. Okay, so as I was saying, this is Brad Chancellor, fraternity founder for Academy Latour. Very fun playing him. Very fun playing Jenna. I can never remember if I named her Jenna or Gemma, but it's one of those, and I'll just go with Jenna for now. And they were really great, and that was really fun. Starting a fraternity or sorority is a really fun thing to do. For me, I don't know. Not everyone, I'm sure. Okay, moving on. Oh boy, so there you're seeing it. Oh, but this is a group hang. I was gonna say, oh, they're on a date, but no, this is a group hang with that's one of Jenna's recruits. I want to say her name is Brianna. I think so. I'm guessing she was the first recruit for Jenna's sorority. I don't remember who the first one was, but they're all out to dinner together, so I think that's a clue. And it's really great because in the game they're like all still BFFs, and that's just really sweet and great. Like Jenna's still besties with like all her sorority sisters, and Brad is still besties with all of his fraternity brothers, and then they're like all friends with each other too. And yeah, so I don't know what restaurant this is, but it looks really nice. Or really that water fountain is nice. You know, I really wish two things. I think I've said this already, but I wish you could change the dress code for each location, because a place this nice, it should have a dress code. And I wish you could choose how many people in your party who and like in turn choose the table you want your party to sit at, because some of the choices that are made for Sims by the hostess, it doesn't make sense, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying when Sims will sit at like a three, like two, like these two will be on a date, Jenna and Brad, who eventually, they get married. Spoiler alert, but and like what would happen even without Brianna there? They would just be sitting just like this, and then they would first of all be seated at a 3-person table, even though there's only 2 people in their party, and then they would sit just like they're sitting now without Brianna, so there would just be an empty chair, and it wouldn't make sense, because, like, logically, most realistically, people on a date together, or even if they're just hanging out together, they sit across from each other. But EA has my Sims wired stupidly, so this is why I don't follow all EA directives, because the wiring of Sims is just so stupid sometimes that you just have to ignore it. Anyway, so let's see what the next picture is. Oh, just them from a different angle, and I think that's just the 3 of them hanging out. I wonder if this was before, because sometimes EA will like, you'll have a party of like 5 and they'll put you at a table for 3 anyway. That's how messed up this game can be sometimes. It's still the best, but it's got its flaws. So I was gonna say I'm wondering if this was before Brad had found any fraternity brothers yet. Like, while I'm talking, I'm thinking about why that picture of potentially the frat for SimState would be there, and then I'm thinking maybe it was Brad's frat, and maybe I did zhuzh it up that much. I mean, I know I zhuzhed up the whatever I started with, the Federal Fortress. It had I gave it a huge makeover, but now I'm thinking maybe I took that picture to remind myself, or give myself an idea of how I wanted the Federal Fortress to look, because it like goes from Brad and Jenna to that random fraternity house to back to Brad and Jenna, so I'm wondering why it's in that order. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Oh, okay, so we're completely out of uni now. This is, I don't know who this is. A kid from, I don't know which family, but it's one of those trailer homes, those starter homes. And now she's gone, and I've just taken a picture. Maybe I found the way the woodwork, I don't know, on her bed is designed. It looks realistic and interesting and cow-like. Next. Oh, this is, yeah, I like this. I made a bunch of little tiny studio apartments for like, because I realized kids who graduate college who are like quote-unquote orphans, that is, they don't have any family, they're going to need to live somewhere, because most of the time I will have my Sims with family move back home, because that's what people do in real life. When they graduate, they usually move back home first. But then there are all these Sims who, like, for me, the way I play is when one of my Sims like interacts significantly with a Sim that's a non-playable or a theoretical, or like, you know, a game generated Sim. And by interact significantly, I really just mean like they're friends, because I wouldn't do this for like an enemy, but for like a friend, I'll have them age up with them, and then I'll start playing them in university and eventually graduate them out. And what will happen is they don't have any family, and like, where will they live? So I realized I need to make like little tiny like studios and little apartments, like official apartment life apartments, and I did that for Sims who are broke and just coming out of college. So some serious honking out there. So that's what I did. I made these little cool studios that had like the grungiest fridge and the grungiest furniture, and some of them are completely empty, and some of them have a little bit of furniture. And so, like, I have a thing where Sims who are quote unquote orphans, they get like a little bit of money to like buy to like rent. They're only renting these places, and I have like a whole rent payment system that's distinguished from a mortgage paying system, and it's pretty great. It's pretty fun. It's intricate, and it can like, again, as I explained in one like the first part, I think it can like be a little bit daunting to remember all my rules, but it also makes playing very fun. So I think this is Jody, uh, sister of Jason Larson, Jody Larson, I think. And so I guess she and Jason graduated, and I think this is her first apartment, but I just don't know who else would have that haircut. I would have thought they would have lived together, but I guess that's not how I played it. It's been a while, so I don't really remember what I did immediately after Jason and Jody graduated, but I do know how they ended up, basically. Okay, next picture. Oh, it's just the same picture from a like slightly different angle, if not even quite, but yeah, basically the same picture of Jody on the can reading a newspaper. Oh boy. And this is Jody again. I'm just assuming this is Jody. Uh I don't know what I'm saying. But I meant to point out how like in this picture she has the locker room style place, because she needed some place to like be able to change her clothes and store her clothes. Like Sims, if they buy clothes, they need some like a place or an object like that to be able to change outfits and stuff. So I needed to buy that, but I think later, instead of buying those things, I would mostly just buy the the exposed like clothing rack. And then also I think she has that bookcase that wasn't there before. Uh, yeah, I believe those are the two additions in this picture. Um, anyway, moving on. Okay, now this is Brad again. Now we are back at the university, and it looks like he's in his dorm. I can see the little red curtain, because like I have the curtains in, not dorm, in his fraternity. For the Academy Latour fraternity, they have red curtains, and I think the girls have blue curtains. I think. I don't remember. But something like that. But I guess he's like working on his speech. I really shouldn't be trying to figure out so much from a picture that is so unhelpful and it doesn't expose much, so I'll just move to the next. Slightly more helpful, but still I don't know quite where he is. I'm assuming this is his fraternity house, but I need a better picture. And that didn't help, but it's cool to see this. This is like fraternity deco. I'm pretty sure this is the frat house, the Academy Latour frat house. And I probably took this picture just because I thought this looked cool and realistic. That's better. So this is a picture of, oh yeah, you can see this. So this is a sorority. And this is a Greek party. Cause how do I know this? Because, they're in togas, that's why. So, and I think wait, is this, you see, I can't remember if this is the frat or the sorority, because they're mirrors of each other. They look identical, but they're different colors. But this is what I did with the Federal Fortress. If you can kind of see it. If you have the Federal Fortress in your game, you can go check out what it originally looked like and see how different this is. But I can't tell. I don't remember which. Like I think the girls had the white house and the boys had the red, but it could easily be flipped. Oh wait, it looks like I'm controlling a girl. So that would mean that this is the sorority. So yes, I guess the white Greek house is the sorority, and the red Greek house is the fraternity. And right now we are at the sorority, and they're throwing a Greek a a toga party. Is that what it's called officially? I don't remember. Excuse me, I just took a water break. But I'm back. So, as I was saying, this is the sorority house for Academy Latour, and I can't quite tell who everyone is. I think that's Jenna, who has the plumb bob over her head, and then that's Brianna, uh, by the TV, and I can't really make out anyone else. That might be Brad eating the pizza over there. The fraternity and the sorority at the beginning were very close. Like, everyone knew everyone in either. And again, it was so fun to play them, to make this. And yeah, it's like, I didn't think it would be fun playing fraternities and sororities, but it really was when you like build them from scratch, and all the amenities, is that the right word? All the things they have, all the little fun things. I put like every college thing in each frat and sorority's backyard, as you can kind of see at the bottom of the picture. The bubble blower and the like, I don't know, the beer keg, but it's not a beer keg. It's like what, a juice keg in the game, but we all know what it is. And you can see, I should explain a little to the right, there's this ginormous driveway, and that's theoretically because these kids would be like the rich kids, because again, this is like the Harvard type of school, and theoretically they would all have, or a significant number of them would have families who've provided them with cars, so that big driveway is for them to park in. And what's really great about it is how when someone like, so one of the cool things in the game is that each fraternity and sorority gets a car. There's a frat car and sorority car that you pay, they all chip in and pay for monthly. Like, there's monthly dues and stuff, just like in a real sorority fraternity. Though I don't know that fraternities and sororities generally have cars, but maybe. I've never been in one. But for this, in SimWorld, that's a thing. And so they all share it, and it belongs to the house. It's not anyone's individually, but of course, like the eldest, the highest ranking, the president has the most control over it and gets to delegate, and they get to hand over the responsibilities for each whenever they're leaving. And I actually have an interesting way of doing that, where the president is signified by whoever has the phones, and that means nothing to you, but this is going to be like the longest part ever. I'm talking so much. But the phones thing is, I made a perk where when you join a fraternity or sorority, specifically at Academy Latour, you get a phone, a cell phone, and what I did was have Jenna and Brad go out at one point in the building of all this, and they each bought like 15 cell phones or 20 cell phones, and so in their inventory they each have 15 or something cell phones, and as new members join, that's like the gift that Jenna and Brad, or whoever the president is, gives the new recruits. So the way it's signified who is the president at the time is whoever has all those phones in their inventory. Yeah. Oh, I was saying, I don't even know if I ever got this out, but the coolest thing is when one of the Sims drives, goes out to to use the car, um, is how, like, because the driveway's so long, it takes them longer to exit, and it's just, I don't know, it's just cool because you don't get to see Sims drive that much, even though the driving is weirdly nicer in Sims 2, even though Sims 3 you can actually see them driving around. I still prefer the driving just because of the animation of them getting in and out of the car. Um, and like when it's cheaper, how it takes, like, you have to shove the door like an extra time to get it closed. I love that. So it's a little bit of bonus driving you get to see when they have to drive down a driveway this long, and it shows it. So I like that. That's all I'm saying. Sorry for I'm talking way too much. This is going to be such a long part, but I think I've said everything. Um, there's a piano in the corner. Both of them have pianos, obviously, and that's a real thing in college, in universities around the world. Ones I've been to, there's always like a piano in the common room. Um, anyway, moving on. Moving on to a picture that's basically the same, but slightly further away. And everyone's doing this muscle, a dance that is the bane of my existence. I hate this dance. But it is what it is. Okay, moving on. Oh, cool. So here, Brad and Jenna are on an actual proper date, and they're actually sitting correctly, and it really does look romantic, even though this is a club. But it still looks sweet, and they're both eating lobster, which is nuts, but they're rich, even though they're technically orphans. They're also rich, you know. You make do with what they give you, what the game gives you. So, I mean, the game gave us no fraternity or sorority at all at Academy Latour, so I haven't really seen what others have done about that. I don't think people care that much about the fraternity, about the Greek life stuff in university. I think actually people, if I'm remembering correctly, people really don't like playing their Sims at university at all because it's a little bit boring. And it kind of is, but I've found ways to make it fun. But anyway, this is Jenna and Brad at a romantic dinner, and I knew what it was always leading up to. It was always like literally from the time I made them in Creative Sim to be the fraternity and sorority founders, they were always going to get married. So it was just fun to play all this courtship stuff leading up to the proposal. Yeah. Okay, so this is just another angle of them in, I forgot what this place is called, Crypto something, right? Crypto nightclub, I think. I love that dress. I just love Jenna's dress. I have a few of my Sims in it now. The little jersey dress. Well, it's not quite a jersey dress, but it's kind of that style. And I just love it. Like Kaylin Langerak has that dress, and Marisol has that dress. Okay, so this is Maya. Again, we're back at the Autumnus house, and so I guess she had a whole day with them, unless this is a different day. She was really friends with these people, because I know she started off as Charlotte's friend. Maybe later, I think that kid is called Tommy Autumnus, I think. Anyway, that is my Maya, and that is Tommy Autumnus, and they are eating burnt burgers in a weird kitschy kind of house with its eclectic furniture, and I like it actually, though. I've said it too many times how I like this aesthetic for like family homes. Yeah, and there's some bottles on the floor which the nanny should be attending to, but she isn't because these nannies, they're garbage in this game. Oh gosh, okay. Next picture. Just a closer picture of these two eating their burnt burgers. I don't remember who Maya ends up, who she's like, what am I saying? I don't quite remember who Maya is friends with currently in this virtual world. I don't know who Maya, who when I last left her, if she was friends with these people, with the Artemises. And I don't know why the nanny is staring at them like that. Evil nanny. Okay, next picture. Okay. Oh, this is a picture of the beginning of, I think her name is Brittany Zarubin in the hot tub, and what's his face? I don't remember her guy's name, but I think that's actually Brad's first recruit, was that guy whose name I don't remember. And it was so cool though. Their story, I can't remember if I told it, but I'm not gonna tell it again. I feel like I told it already, and it's long, and it's great, but it's long. And it's so fun and wonderful, but it's long. And I don't know how to condense a story. I've never been good at that. I'm gonna try to say it in like 3 sentences. Brittany was a maid. Her backstory was as a resident of Pleasant View, living with a father and son who she adored and met through Craigslist while cleaning at this fraternity that she was nervous to clean at, because you know how frat boys can be. She met this guy whose name I can't remember, and he was really sweet and great, and he made cleaning there very comfortable. And I guess, long story short, they end up falling for each other, and it was really sweet. And that's the other angle of their story, because I know I told the long version of Brittany's story, like how she met Kumail and all the stuff that happened with his dad. And I'll tell the story again when I play the game. But it's so long. And anyway, you can see Brad and Angela, Brad and Jenna in the hot tub cuddled up together while I feel like his name is Brad too, but I know it's not. What is his name? Brittany and Adam. It's Adam. Brittany and Adam. Okay, so Adam was Brad's first recruit and his best friend, and Brittany and Adam end up falling for each other after all the frat boys sort of tried flirting with her, and he like thought it was so okay, I'm not gonna keep going on with the made up backstory and thinking wistfully at my old stories, because it's so silly and it's a time waster and it's making my throat hurt. So let's just blow past. Wait, I'm trying to think if there's anything else in this picture worth mentioning. Okay, I can't think of anything, so I'm gonna move on. Yeah, so this is just Brad and Jenna and Brittany and Adam from a different angle, talking about rocket ships. I don't know. Moving on. Okay, what is this? Oh, I'm pretty sure this is Brad and Jenna's first place. So is this after they graduated? Possibly. I think this is after Brad and Jenna left. My stupid phone. I think this is after Brad and Jenna left, but of course Brad's face is not facing us. His back is to us, so I can't really tell who that is. And why isn't Jenna next to him? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is their first home. This is their starter home. And I gave them a bit of money, and I made a backstory that I can't remember right now. But it was solid. I'm sure of that. Let's see if the next picture will help us. It does not. I think that's a picture of Marnie Sanchez, and she's a kid now. Okay, that's better. A clearer picture of Marnie Sanchez as a kid now. And she's adorable, and she never got to know her mom. And that's really sad, but such is life. Such is real life, such is Sims life sometimes. Okay, next picture. Oh, that's Angela. Okay, I guess at some point I decided the cars for the fraternity and sorority should be vans, because, you know, that fits more people. And so that's what that is. That this is the sorority van, and that is Brianna, and that is Angela. Possibly the second person to be recruited after Brianna. I don't remember. Brianna. But she is basically, really, she's what inspired me, or like pushed me. She was the catalyst, maybe, is that the right word? Into making me, or into me creating a sorority and fraternity for the Academy Latour students, because she wanted to join at her university, but there wasn't one. So, yeah. Okay. So I believe Brad and what's their name? Brad and Jenna have, at this point, I think they've graduated. And okay, so this, although, by the way, this is what I'm talking about, where I tried to put these two on a nice, sweet date, right? And then what happens? They sit at a table like this. This is exactly what I was talking about. Somewhere this was in my memory, I guess, because this is what I was talking about. This is what they do. It is so annoying. He should be sitting from across from her, but no, he is sitting to the right of her like an idiot. EA is so annoying. But they made a good game, but it's not without its flaws. But it still worked. I'm pretty sure this is the date where he proposes, and I'm pretty sure this is after they've graduated. Oh my gosh, I think that's a vampire in the background. Like, that guy's skin is definitely very pale compared to everyone else's. I'm pretty sure that's a vampire. It's a very nice place, and see, that's why they're all dressed up, unlike most people, although those outfits don't look so bad from a distance, when I see the people in the back. But as you can see, Jenna and Brad are really dressed up. And I don't know, something about Brad, he always looks like his clothes are too big on him, even though he's a standard sized Sim male. All of his clothes, they look too big on him, weirdly. It might just be something in my own head seeing that, I don't know. But, okay, next picture. And there's them, and she wolfed down her lobster, and I guess ate the shell. I don't know. It's pretty weird that there isn't anything left on that plate. Okay, and in this picture, Brad is still eating. Okay, I thought he proposed to her. Maybe I didn't get the proposal on camera. Yeah, that's right. Maybe I didn't get it on camera. And yeah, maybe it happened already. I mean, they're living together. And I like glossed over the most important part of this picture. That, I mean, this is probably the reason I even took the picture, is that Jenna is floating as she's driving, because she has rendered before the car around her has rendered. So yeah, she's just floating, driving, and it makes for a funny picture. Okay, and now Jenna is in a clothing store buying new clothes for a new life because she is a college grad now. I am just assuming that. I don't even know if that's true. It has to be true though, because they're living. That is definitely, that was a Pleasant View house she was returning to, not a fraternity or sorority house. So this has to be post graduation. But I guess I'm just like disappointed that I didn't take any graduation pics for them. Wow. Okay, this is a picture of all of my Pleasant View from a top, an overhead view, I guess. I don't know how to talk right now. This is it's a picture of Pleasant View. And you can see all the plumb bobs representing all the families. And there are a lot of them. And there are even some houses on the hill to the right up there. And I love it. I love a full neighborhood. And it's even more full. Like this was not the last, this is not the most recent picture of Pleasant View. And there's a couple more families. So I don't even know if I had added the apartments at this point yet. Okay, moving on. Just another picture from a different angle. Or like same picture, different angle. Yeah. Again, same basic picture, different angle. And this is a picture of Jason. So he went to college to join the police, police field. What is that career field called? Law? I don't know. But that's what he became. And I can see gravestones outside of his window. I don't really know where he is. I've heard that if a sim like tries to interact with the carpool people, it corrupts your game. But I thought this was a cool picture, I guess. More of the same from a different angle. And another of the same from a different angle. Jason is just staring at this guy intently, maybe thinking, "You're hot." I don't know. Man, that car is really beaten up. That is kind of gross, actually, seeing it this close. I didn't know it looked quite like that. Where was he living, though? Where is this? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, it's one of those starter homes, minus the exposed brick interior, but there are a bunch of tombstones on his lot. I don't remember what that's from. Those must be tester sims. Maybe. I don't remember. I have no idea. But there's a bunch of gravestones on his property, which is nuts. Oh, okay. Just cut to. I wish even though I'm glad I didn't take more pictures because this is already taking so long. Let me actually cut to the next, because yeah. Okay, I'm glad I didn't take more pictures because this is taking so long, but I do kind of wish I took pictures in between. Like, I didn't even take any of Tara, or is it Tara? Tara and Jason's courtship. Just straight to them getting married. But, you know, it's fine. So she's like this hardworking woman with a plan, and she's gonna be the best mom ever. And Jason, he's really, even though he's a raver, but he's also like a protective kind of guy. That's why the law enforcement career, that's what it is, law enforcement career path was so appealing to him. They met in a funny way in my head. And they just clicked and wanted the same things and blah blah blah. So this is them at the wedding hall I created. I already know because there's just the one. and I think they were the first couple to get married there. Um, and this is a sweet picture of them. They had a nice wedding. And this is, I can't tell if this is the new house or the old house, but I had in my head that she inherited her house from her aunt and then like sold it and used the money to buy a house with Jason um, that would fit potential children that they would have, that they plan to have. But yeah, that's one of her cats. I want to say that's Mickey. I feel like one of her cats' names is Mickey, but I don't actually remember. Um, but I think so. And yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. But okay, moving on. Their house is so overrun with cats. It's crazy. Um, so yeah, there's Tara on the couch with her new hair style, because I know that's not how she started. Yeah, she started with that hairstyle that's it's like a hat. She's just wearing a hat, I think, and it might have a flower on it. I don't remember, but then I thought this suits her more, and there she is. And I guess this is the new house that she bought with Jason, and they need a bigger one than even this. Uh, but maybe they'll never get one because people don't always just move just because they need more space. They just make it work and they live with what they can afford. So maybe that's what they'll do. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Just more of their house, I guess. I guess this is a 2-bedroom house. Because, like, I know they have 2 kids now. Maybe they moved again. I feel like there's no way they still live here. But I feel like like, I think they do still live here. But there's, like, not enough room. I don't know. Okay, but that's all 3 cats in this shot. Too many cats. Okay, oh, I took a picture of this, I remember, because I had never seen this meal. I didn't know you could make ribs in The Sims. So I took a picture of these ribs and beans. Yeah. And that's another angle of the ribs and beans. And that is, oh, that's yet another angle. No, not another, well, it is, but it's also like after a few servings have been taken from it. And now somehow, after a few servings are taken, there's a new a side dish on the platter of white stuff. Oh, EA, you guys are... you didn't know what you were doing. That's not true. You did a lot of stuff right. Okay, next. Oh, we're in the Sanchez home, and this is Maya as a teenager, eating a plate of ribs and beans, and I guess, I don't know, coleslaw, mashed potatoes, something white. And she's about to dig in on her couch at home. Yes, so this is what happened with them. Again, I wish I took more transition, or not transition, but like pictures in between these to show, I mean, to depict the transition of like how all of this went down. Is that a picture of Bella on the wall? But yeah, so eventually these two, Jody and Miguel, get together, and this is Miguel finally, like, first they're dating in secret, and then finally, when it was getting serious, Miguel introduced them to the girls, and he planned this outing for the girls to meet Jody, his serious love interest, and they went out to that 50s diner place. And this is another angle of them. And I really like how this looks and how they look. It's like a cool new family they're starting. And they're like dressed appropriately. And this is just more of the same. Okay, and this is a farther away picture of them, and you can see them off to the left corner. And that is a very busy bunch of patterns next to each other for that floor. It's a lot for the eyes. Yeah, yeah, but I like it. It's a lot, but I like it. Um, yeah. Okay, next. Oh, wow, jumping right to where it ends up. So they get married, Miguel and Jody, and but I guess it fits because the other pictures were showing where her brother ended up. He ended up marrying Tara, and so Jody ends up marrying Miguel, and but there are no pictures of the actual wedding, and I for the life of me cannot remember how their wedding ceremony looked or where it was or any of that, which is a shame. But jumping to their honeymoon, which of course he takes the girls, and they go to the Hawaii type of place, the Hawaii equivalent, the beachy resort. And this is just a picture of them all talking, either before or immediately after they've checked in. I don't remember. So this is just another angle of the same picture, basically. And the foursome is just chatting away. I think I thought it would be nice to get a picture of them all just hanging out here, and I realized I gave them vacation clothes. These clothes are like specific to them being on vacation. Okay, now we're cut all the way away from that, and we're with Dirk, and he is holding his little brother. Yeah, that's probably who that is. Yeah, that's his little brother, with with his dad and Cassandra. So that's, yeah, huge age difference. Um, yeah. And then this is Darren, just I don't know, about to grab a plate of pancakes, I think, in that really interesting kitchen. I like it actually. It's really cute. Um, and it's I explained this already, but it's Cassandra's like it's the first time she gets to like impart her taste on a space. Okay, now we're with Lilith. Lilith is in her dorm room, uh, painting away in college. Um, yeah. Well, not her dorm room, I'm realizing. She's in the common area, but you get what I mean. But yeah, that is definitely Lilith. Okay, next. I don't know. I guess I took this picture because I thought their faces looked funny. I can never quite tell why I did a thing. Okay, next. Oh, more of the same. I don't know why I took these pictures, but okay. Next. Oh, this is Dustin. Dustin is in college here, and he is in the gym, his university gym. And it looks like he's struggling on this treadmill. Okay, next. Oh yes, this sadness. I don't remember what led up to this, but at some point Dustin went and lived. He like hated the dorms, and he just went to go live with this cute girl he met who he had a crush on, and then this guy who was his best friend, or who was becoming his closest friend at college. And then what ended up happening was, while he was crushing on the girl, she was crushing on this guy whose name I can't remember. I think it's Justin Lamb. And then Justin was crushing on her. I want to say her name is Roxy. That's probably wrong, but let's just go with it for now. Um, and long story short, Roxy and Justin ended up being together, and Dustin was so heartbroken that he dropped out. Well, he wasn't doing well anyway. He was on academic probation even before he found out Roxy was not into him. But yeah, this was the beginning of that. Okay, next. Yep, more of that. And so like they pulled their funds together to go rent a space on campus, and of course Dustin, the only school he got into, and he just got into it by the skin of his teeth, was La Fiesta Tech, the party school, but also the art school. But they're a little bit more forgiving with grades because they're an art school. Um, but yeah, next. They don't even have a table and chairs. They were really relying on uh, working on campus and stuff. Yeah, they were broke, just like Dustin's name would suggest, or Dustin's surname. Whoops. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the girl from the previous picture, that was not the girl Dustin was crushing on. This was. I don't remember her name. It might be Roxy. It's been so long, I just don't remember these names anymore. But no, this was the girl Dustin crushed on, and then who did not return the feelings. This might even be the same girl, and I gave her a makeover. I honestly don't remember. Um, but let's move on. So yeah, no, it's not the same girl, because I can see the girl is sitting on the couch. I mean, I only see her pants, but I know that's her. And yeah, so this is the girl Dustin was crushing on, who did not return the feeling. And so see, these people, Justin, I guess, and this girl, it's kind of a shame that I don't remember her name. Like, she's just some expendable in in Dustin's like fantasy, but she's not. I just, I don't remember a lot of names. Um, but she and Justin will now become a part of the Pleasant View story because Dustin interacted with them so significantly. And yeah, it wasn't really friendship. I mean, it was friendship, but it was also heartbreak. And I don't remember if it was like a thing where he caught them and it was like a cheating memory or what. I don't remember, but I know the way I played it, he was heartbroken. But yeah. Okay, yeah. So these two are clearly existing in the same space, same place, same space at once. So that, yeah, they're not the same person. I just don't remember. I don't even know if that girl's name is Roxy. I feel like there was some student though in one of the universities whose name was Roxy, but yeah. Me no remembro. Okay, next picture. Okay, but I don't get the cutting back and forth. I really wish these were just together, but whatever. So this is before, and they somehow managed to snag all four of the stools, because that's kind of hard to do. Usually someone would have taken one, but they did it. They all got, and they're sitting like in the proper age order too. I love that. I probably once they got on the lot, I probably paused it and immediately sent them each to a stool, and that's why they were able to get them like this. But yeah, this is a great picture of the ladies, Jody and Maya and what's her name, Marnie. Yeah, it's really sweet. Next, and then this is a picture of Miguel and his new wife and his eldest daughter. Okay, and then this is a picture of them at the like temple, the ruins, the ancient ruins. Yeah, and this is just the trio, and Jody is off somewhere. I'm not sure where, but so I like it was it was it was really fun playing them um together. I remember. Okay, next. Oh, and they're in that the hot stones place. Uh, yeah. Oh, but I'm remembering if I let me go to the next picture to confirm. Um, so like everything was great. Like I was so happy that finally Marnie was old enough to go on vacation with her family. But the annoying thing is that there's stuff she can't do, like enter the hot tub, which is annoying. But Maya could enter it. That's why she's in her bathing suit. But because Marnie couldn't, I just had them sit over here and chat while mom and or stepmom and dad were in the hot stones, hot springs, whatever, chilling without without the baby, without Marnie. I don't know. I guess, but kids are allowed to go in hot tubs, right? I don't know. I don't actually know, but yeah, that was annoying. Okay, next. Okay, just another angle. Someone taking Maya's spot. Not another angle. Well, kind of. It's a more distant angle. Man, it really looks like they're in a completely different setting. Kind of. Um, but yeah, such a shame Marnie couldn't join them. Okay, so this is a picture of the family having dinner, and they're all like eating something different. I can't quite tell what Miguel had, or really what I can't tell what anyone except for Marnie had. Marnie had a burger. Um, yeah, but it's nice when they all get different things that are more of their taste. It's realistic. Okay. Oh, and this is cool too. I love this. This is when all the adults, well, the adults and the older teenager were like bold enough to try the like upside down cake, but Marnie, who doesn't like cooked fruit, because picky kid eater, and plenty of adults don't like that either. Uh, she just got cake for her dessert, and I love that. And here's another, or like that picture, but their heads are out of their dishes, so you can actually see what their dishes are. Um, that is really, I love that picture. I love this picture, and I love that they can do that. And they're just chatting away, having a great time on this wonderful family vacation. So sweet. And Marnie looks so cute in this picture. And there's the bellhop in the background. And yeah, they're just getting on so well. And I guess I really liked it because I took a lot of pictures of this scene. They're just chatting away. Okay, next. Okay, we get it. You're having fun. Eat over dessert. Talking about violins now. And another one. And another one. There it is. That's that picture of a picture of Maya as a toddler with her actual mom. And she keeps this picture in her room, and it's really sweet. I wish I'd gotten a picture of Marnie holding, excuse me, of the mom, whose name I don't remember, holding Marnie. Because that would have, I mean, that realistically, there would be a picture like that of her holding her baby, but I didn't, this wasn't a plot, but the plot could be that she died in childbirth, but that's not what happened. But maybe I can alter it to be. That would explain why there's no picture of her holding Marnie. Okay, but next. Speaking of babies, finally, Tara is pregnant. And that is Jason saying hello to his little whittle to his baby, to their baby, to their future. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm saying. But that's what Jason is doing. And then he's playing peekaboo with it too. Oh, actually, that's all just one interaction, the waving and the peekaboo. And then the rubbing the belly, that's the other one. Wait, yeah, no, they're in the same house. Okay, so I guess they didn't move. Yeah, okay, next. And I guess that's it's basically the same picture, but I'm thinking now that must be the master bedroom, because you can actually see it from this angle, and then on the other side is the other bedroom, and I guess some kids could share that room. It's little tight quarters, but it's doable. A lot of pictures of the same thing. Okay, it's a little bit annoying when trying to get through 2,000 pictures, 2,000 plus pictures. Okay, next. Okay, now we are at the Lotharios again. 2 NPCs for the price of 2. There's the nanny and the what do you call them? The maid. Kaylin was wise enough to specifically request a male maid this time. Yeah, because Kaylin is his wife, if you didn't know. I like their home. And I like their furniture. I like their aesthetic, and I even, on the one hand, they need curtains, but on the other hand, I can see Dawn being like, "We don't need curtains. Why would I want to hide this?" That is totally Dawn, but anyway. Next picture. Okay, Dawn dancing with his daughter. I think that's his eldest. I think that's Donna, but I don't remember. It's a very sweet picture, whoever it is. And another angle of it. And now we're at the upstairs of their home, which really does seem cramped, actually. Aw, but the I think second born and the third born are playing at the dollhouse together. That's really sweet. But man, this is really cramped because there's a lot of kids in this family. So maybe they might have to move soon. I don't know. This is pushing it. Okay, and then I guess I'm pretty sure this girl is from university. So I think this must be the sorority at Sim State. And their place is pretty nice too. In fact, it's a little too nice. I don't really know. I didn't play this sorority that much, but I guess I played them a little, enough to take these pictures. Not that I remember anything about this place, or, well, nothing that the pictures aren't telling me. Okay, next. Yeah, just that same person from a different angle, getting out of bed, looking like, I don't know, a girl with an interesting haircut getting out of bed. Oh man, I'm so tired. I think I can end it here because I am tired, and it has been well over an hour, and I am tired. So I'm gonna end it here, and this is where I'll resume for the next batch of pictures. This is probably a 2-hour long video, but you know, It's fine because I'm behind anyway. Uh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.